Shalom, family. Glory be to God and blessed be the Lamb. It's Friday night, and I almost didn't do this audio. As per understandings upon some other business. But what is gang stalking? Someone messaged me and said that I don't talk about gang stalking enough and what it is. And he's right. I don't talk about it enough. So what is gang stalking? Gang stalking is a systematic, psychological operation used against America's own citizens. There's no other way to think of it than a psychological operation, such as MK Ultra and other psyops. Okay? So you might want to know why they do it. At this point, it's spiritual. So if you are one of his victims, then you are one of his victims because you're not them. Everyone else is them, and you're not them. Okay? That's the first thing. Everything is spiritual. Everything. This is Satan's world. Well, God gave him rulership. But some others don't understand that it was given. Satan didn't fight God and take it. No, since he gonna be here, he might as well fuck with your ass a minute or two. It was given. So now you have those around you and this country, but actually it's a globalized operation. That's what made me know that it's spiritual. It's everywhere, not just Babylon, aka the United States. It's everywhere. And to understand it, you would have to think of other reasons for it. The reasons are to stop you from becoming you, stop you from maturing into what you would normally, which is a problem for everything else around you. Okay? So if you are being targeted, you are being targeted because you are one of the good ones. One of the good ones, even if you don't know it or not. And the very first targeted individual was Jesus. So you're walking in a weathered path, if you know what I mean. This path has been walked over and over and over. It's meant to drive you crazy, drive you into acts of violence. It's meant to mark you. It's meant to do lots of things. The tactics is constant following, unwarranted surveillance, stalking. Stalking. All of this, it is illegal. All of it is. Conspiracy, to the point now that they fucked up and someone has spilled the beans that they have an app that they can go on to just make money by fucking with you. This is real. So you got two kinds of actual stalkers. Both of them are the same though, because you have done nothing wrong. You've done nothing wrong. And they know this by watching you hours and hours and hours and hours. They also know that you're not going to do anything wrong. So why do they do it? Again, it is to stop you from developing into what you would be later. Okay? That's why they do it. They can't mimic you. They can't be you. And don't waste time asking yourself, what did you do wrong? You did absolutely nothing wrong. That is the problem. That is the problem. Example, if you're, say, a 17 or 18-year-old young lady, and you have no children, you, ma'am, will be targeted. You will be targeted. If you are of a family that a normal family that has man, woman, and child, then that family will be targeted. Guaranteed. Guaranteed to be targeted. Okay? Now, the tactics used leaves them open. They just don't know it. But anyone with a legal mind can see the issue here. Okay? Due to the tactics that they use, there's a buildup. There's a buildup. See, you think assault happens physically. No. Legally, assault happens in the mind first. In other words, if someone continuously causes you fear, and they know that that's what they're doing, then you have the express right to blow their freaking brains out, provided you have done the following things. Record every time you walk outside. Record everywhere you go. Record every time you see them. See, there's only so many times they can pop up in the same place that you pop up, and they call it coincidence. It is stalking. It is stalking by a definition. And by stalking, for all you know, they are setting you up to be murdered around the next dark hallway. You don't have to wait on the violence or the threat of the violence to develop. And that's by law. This is why I say record them. Record them. Get you 3-4 months of recordings, and then you have enough evidence to leave their brains on the ground. No one's going to do anything, because they would not tolerate it either. How would you feel if every time you got in your car, it's cars following you, and they want you to know that they're following you? No, at some point you have the right to defend your mental health and your life. You don't have to wait on anything to happen first. You don't have to wait on the threat that they present. They've already did it. They've already followed you on multiple occasions. Okay? Playing these trick-ass games. Start recording them. Get you a firearm. And after 5 to 6 months, when they walk out the same time you do, put a hole in them. Put a hole in them. And you let the police come, and you let them do their report, and let them take their statements, and you bond your ass out, and you get your ass a lawyer. This is an easy case. Because at the end of the day, no one gives a fuck about them. Nobody. Nobody. See, you have to understand something. There's two types of people in this business, in that gang stalking business. There is the professional, which there are few, because nobody of real permits and licenses even engage. It's like why permitted record drivers don't do repossessions. Why? Because it's not legal. You can shoot to repossess a record driver if you want to, and what's going to happen? He's stealing your car. It's not the car lot's car. It's yours and theirs. They have contractual obligations, as do you. Actually, it is a civil matter, but because they don't want to spend no civil matter money, then they send the repo man. And every now and then, his brains winds up on the ground. And guess what? All their families say, time after time after time, how good of a man they were, and that they was just doing their job. I say no, they were stealing someone's vehicle. At the very least, they were stealing the equity in someone's vehicle. And they just didn't make it out the driveway this time. It wasn't his first time. It was bound to happen. But now, I'm way off topic. I'm way off the topic. You don't have to wait on anything to develop at all. And like I was saying, there's two types. The so-called professional, these are the handlers and those above them, but they're breaking the laws, so there's nothing professional about it. Your name can wind up on this list for almost anything. I'm on the, listen, I'm on the no, I mean, I'm on the watch list. I'm on the no fly list. I'm on the don't move around unless he watched all the time list. I'm on the hack his phone as often as we can list. See, all of this illegal. But remember, they wouldn't be doing all of this if you wasn't the shit. Who else, look around you, who else are they doing it to that makes you special? Know what that makes them? Not special. Not special. So anyway, you have the professional class going by the three-letter agencies' names: NSA, CIA, FBI, so on and so forth. They sit on boards and fucking payroll, okay, to do this kind of stupid shit. I doubt that their superiors at some level really know the depth of it, and they have no right to do it at all. At all. And the most twisted and demoralized and immoral that the region or the city that you're in, the more victims it will be. Now, I want to tell the other class of perpetrators. These are the broke bastards, okay? These are the broke ones. These are the exploitable groups. These are the ones that's always hungry, always needing money or wanting money but don't have a way to access it. Always need their motel room paid. Always need some food. Always need their car note to pay every other week, and have nothing to trade. Nothing to trade outside of them. Of them. That's it. They have no viable skill, because I want you to feel sorry for the pitiful scum. These are pitiful scum. Okay? Pathetic. Okay? So they will pay them off using gift cards or never cash. Hardly ever cash your checks, because it's illegal. Gift cards in which they can trade and sell on the open market. Okay? They will pay their motel rooms for weeks on end. Shit. In one case, they was paying 15 different people's rooms because one gang-stalking victim was there. One. That one gang-stalking victim was feeding everybody in that damn motel. Completely. Everybody in that motel. And by the way, you have the right to blow their brains out, and the hotel owners too. Don't play with them. I said it out loud, huh? You have the express right, if you catch them, to blow a hole in their heads. And call the police. And they'll call somebody, and then they'll call somebody, and then they'll call somebody. Because none of them really want to deal with it. Because the police already know what's going on. They're a part of it. You can blow their brains out too. Hey, tell them I said it. See, once you step outside of the boundaries set by the oaths or the prescribed boundaries of your job, the prerequisites of your job, I don't have to respect you. You are just another nigga to me. You are just another woman to me. So stay in your lane. Get outside of the lane, and I won't give a fuck about your badge. I won't give a fuck about your gun. I'm not gonna give a fuck about none of that. I promise you. I swear upon all I believe, I'm not gonna care about any of that. Okay? Anyway, but this is not about them, because this has been going on a very long time. They first started talking about it in the early 2000s. Shit, let me tell you how it started with me, and then you'll understand. I filed a federal case against a certain city, and all hell broke loose. Like they was trying to teach me a lesson. They gonna put a black man in his place. I mean, it was weird. But anyway, the first thing that you noticed is that every time you move, there's the police. Every time you move, all up and down your street. All up and down the street. You may notice that your neighbors is shining their headlights through your window. And they're just kind of there. They know what they're doing. It's meant to aggravate you. They know what they're doing. And then comes the helicopters. Every time you out more than 30 minutes, there's a helicopter. Now imagine how much fuel is being wasted to tell you. You know why they do that? Because you're special. Again, are they doing it to anybody else? Because they're not special. They no threat. They are no nothing. They will not expound 1 man-hour unless you call the police on them personally. Otherwise, they ain't going to get no secret indictments, no special surveillance operations, no special designations, not even that of a possible fucking terrorist. Because they're nobodies, and you're not. You somebody and they nobody. Now, they will pay them off in gift cards, buy them lunches, pay their motel rooms. They've been known to even pay their car note, provided that the money doesn't hit the perpetrator's hand. There's all kinds of... They would pay them off with whores. Yes, I said it. Whores. They'll send a woman to the motel room to have sex with them. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I know. And this right here in Houston, this is why I've become so impatient. I've experienced all of it. And I don't have to respect them. I'm trying to get you to understand, neither do you. Neither do you. Again, assault starts in the mind. The moment that you feel fear, you have been assaulted. Why do you think the police who may shoot your ass for no reason at all came up with a defense of, I fear for my life? Because can't nobody get in his head and argue otherwise. If the dude said that he was a scared little bitch who seen something shiny that turned out to be a fucking cell phone, well, he's willing to admit that he was a scared little bitch who was scared of something that looked like a cell phone. And now you dead. And he walks free. He's only going to feel like that a little while. Okay? And he will bite the bullet. And they have over and over and over and over. And not one of them have served 1 day in jail for shooting your ass. It don't matter if you're armed, unarmed, disarmed, drunk, sober, high, sitting down, walking around, turning flips, not turning flips. It's not going to fucking matter. All they have to do is to create the contact. And all it takes to create the contact is somebody calls me. Somebody said. Even though in a free country, we have the right to confront our accuser. But along with the millennials came, well, if people got the right to know who's calling the police, they're not going to want to call the police. See what happens when you bring in weak motherfuckers? You just see what happens? I guess they thought they had a damn point. And what did it lead to? Somebody called. We just got a call. Somebody called. Dude, are you looking for some ID? Then please leave. Shit. Before we escalate. This is America. And, well, I'm not so sure about these things anymore. And I started off on gang stalking, but it's all connected. Gang stalking is connected to everything going on right now. All the way up to Edward's dossier. All of it is connected. It all turns the screws that turns the gears that run the machine. Okay? It's all connected. Even the poor hapless would-be gang stalker under the bridge hungry is connected to this shit, even if he knows it or not. It doesn't matter. Not with listen, with conspiracy statutes, it doesn't matter if the later entries into the scheme knew anything at all about how shit got started. It doesn't matter. This is federal law, and I'm pretty much sure the law in 50 states, at least 50. Okay, they don't have to know. Here's why I say that. They will have no defense. None. Not to what you do to them, or not to what the law does to them. No defense at all. Provided that you have recorded this for at least 6 months. Call it an even 5 if you want to. I'm just being safe. But the more that you can catch it every day, the better. Don't say nothing. Don't avoid them. Shit. If I was to, let me tell you what I used to do. I used to live in a duplex in Humble. Every time I walk outside, my neighbor walked outside. And guess what I started doing? Every hour on the door, every hour on the hour, I would open and shut my door. 45 seconds later, I would hear her click. It only took half a dozen times before she got angry enough to understand he playing with me. Of course I'm playing with you. You are overgrown ass, blunt smoking, overgrown. Too old for this shit. But there she was. See, and they use everything. From the po broke ass man to the HOA, to the mailman, to the police, to any and everything around you, including your family members. Your family members. All they have to do, man, anyway, I'm not going to asperse your family members, man. I don't want to end up fighting with some of your family members. They know and you know what they're capable of. It's Friday night. I don't want to stir nothing up. It's Friday night. Some of y'all already, some of you are already enjoying your favorite vibes and indulgences. Last thing you need for me is to say something to make you look at your loved one like, hey, motherfucker, that sound like you. We don't want that. But no, everything around you will be used and is used. But once again, it's because you're special. And they're not. Now here's what they are. Hungry, desperate, angry, fearful, racist, and broke. They are either one of those things or all of those things. Guaranteed. Every time. Just look at them. You start spying on them. Man, listen, I made this shit a game. You start taking notes on their ass. Okay? And make sure they know. Eventually, trust me, something's going to give. Now, the other one, you have to must understand, some of them are just plain fucking lazy. Have no hustle, have no game, have no viable skill that they can trade to make money. So what else are they gonna do? Well, hell, if someone offers them money to just watch your ass all fucking day, then why the fuck not? But I got rules. Here are my rules that I set back in 2026, 2021 or 22. I don't give a fuck about you making your money. It better not cost me nothing, no. It better not cost me a dime. If they want to give you money for watching me do absolutely nothing, then they gonna make your motherfucking money. But it better not cost me nothing. It better not cost me nothing. And I do mean nothing. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about stress, time, not an inkling of fear, not an inkling of no consternation. I better not even feel like I'm being harassed or stalked. We should have an understanding. And my understanding is you need to make some money. So you take care of your business. but it better not cost me. And that has held pretty much strong for 3 years. It's held pretty much strong across the city. They have made tens of thousands of dollars off of me. Tens of thousands in the last 5 years. No, and I'm being conservative. No, man, I'm being very conservative. They had to have made, in the terms of the last 5 years, they had to have transacted at least $1 million fucking with me, paying off other people. Okay? That's a fact. That's a fact. Where are they getting the money from? The money has been tried to be stopped several times in the last 6-7 years. Okay? But they keep hiding it. They won't answer the questions in front of Congress, and right now, nobody really has to respect the Congress. I mean, them people fuck that off. I mean, they are afraid of each other. They're afraid of the truth. They all have some shit on each other. And most of the people who work at these fusion centers are not only creepy, but sexual deviants in Houston, period. And you can tell them I said it. You can tell them I said it. I mean, not that that has anything to actually do with it, because it happens in other cities too. I witnessed it up in the Midwest. It's pretty much everywhere. I witnessed it in Austin, San Antonio, Dallas, Houston, New Mexico. Have I left anything out? As well as Denver, and not so much in Colorado Springs. But most of your major cities, because these fuckers are broke. They listen, man. When people have no skill, that's important. That means that they can only do unskilled labor. Unskilled labor is cheap labor. And they don't make a lot of money, if any money at all. Sometimes they can work day for day to live day for day, literally. Okay? Working or not, it's because of lack of a viable skill. One they didn't pick up in high school, or they didn't get no secondary training. It doesn't matter. These are the ones who don't really want to be no real criminal in the first place, but they want money at the same time, and they don't have a viable skill to make the money. And even if they did, in today's climate, good luck. It's hard for everybody. My point being is those who have the opportunity in most cases will. But perception is everything. Is everything. And in a city like Houston, you really only have to hurt one, and you'll spread through the ranks like wildfire. You only have to hurt one, and they understand why, and it'll spread through the ranks of them like wildfire. It's not gonna be no retaliation, because they're illegal. They're illegal. And plus, they done messed up and let the other side find out about the app. Well, any Tom, Dick, and Jane can just go on this app and start making money by walking up and down your street looking at you, putting their life in jeopardy for $50, $60. I'm telling you, for $50, $60, they can be put in the hole for the small damn price of 20 cents. Which is the price of a bullet. Think about it. Because I want you to see the devaluement of your life and theirs. Your life and theirs, but is it due to poverty? In most cases. But other times it's due to straight up demon shit. Straight demon because it takes a special type of spirit to have in them to fuck with other people like that have done them no harm. No harm. Okay? That is a deviant, a psychological, diabolical deviant. Waste no time with them. They give you the opportunity, then take care of your business. No one's going to do anything at this point because they can't. Because they literally can't. to try to even mount a fucking defense would expose the whole operation and 15, 20, 30, 40 other people involved. I know what I'm talking about. Especially if you had a lawyer like me. Didn't Texas just pass a law that, that I don't necessarily have to have a license to practice law? Was that Texas? I have to check into that. Was it Tennessee? Huh. Somewhere they did that. Maybe you should hope that it's not Texas, because not only can I come after you now on a personal level, that means I can be hired for donations. That's what it is. I can be hired, I just can't get paid. They have to make a donation. You see? Call me. Maybe I should leave my number. And I'm good at this shit. I'll eat their ass alive. Ask the last crew and their lawyers. Know what it led to? Them trying to kill me. Because they couldn't deal with my ass in no court of law. Why? Because they're already fucking guilty. All of them fucking criminals. All of them already liars, and they're already devious and degenerates. Once again, if you shine some light on it, or you threaten to shine some light on it, watch what happens. Because they're criminals. They will start to act, walk, and talk like they should, as criminals, not as what they were pretending that they was just a moment before. Because they're criminal. At the very least, in their actions, by letter and spirit of the law. And most importantly, you don't have to wait on no threat to develop. Are you crazy? You have to be crazy. You have to be crazy. You know what? I had a young lady, and I knew it was a woman, but I'm not going to kill. Pull up beside me in blackout windows. In blackout windows. At the height of this game. Know what I did? I reached for the back seat. I'm going to get out the truck. You want to play this game? Now you die. Behind your blackout windows. Something told her to get the fuck up out of there. And she did. You can't play these kinds of games at all. And that was someone else's life. And you can say all day long, well, no one really meant to hurt them. It don't matter. It happens in their mind. Once you instill the fear, they have the right to hurt you. By Texas Penal Code, by law, by criminal law, and by civil law. It's called defense. Defense. You get it. You get it. We're talking about gang stalking because so many people have went to mental institutions, suicide, crashed the fuck out, and did hurt people, but no one believed them as to why. And so they end up serving 15, 25, 30 years for nothing, because that son of a bitch had it coming. They had it coming. But the system is set up, especially locally, in all of your local cities. The system is set up to catch their bullshit. They literally have a person in this office, a person in that office, a person in this office, a person in that office, and it comes all the way down to the EMF system in all of your major cities. Moving on. You want to be careful where you live. Fucking apartments, fuck that. You never want somebody strange on the other side of the wall or right across a hallway. Because they will use them. They will use them, and they may force you to kill one of them. The crawl spaces. I'm a carpenter. I built houses for 25 years. Apartments are insecure as fuck. Anybody who has built them knows how to get in and out of them. You better have someone watching from the office and camera, because they don't have to use your door. They don't have to use your door. You be surprised at at the access points into your fucking apartment while you think you safe. I mean. It's not like that. Starting in within the walls and the crawl spaces. It's not like you think. I can go from apartment to freaking apartment. In the crawl space between the roof truss and the upper floor, and drop down inside your closet anywhere I want to, once I'm in the ceiling, unless they have fire breaks, which they may or may not have. No fire breaks, then I'm coming in. I can rob every apartment in that building that's on the top floor. I'll be in your house waiting on you when you walk in. Are you getting it now? Are you getting it? Huh? So, get yourself a dog. I'm just telling you straight. And none of this shit is safe. This shit is dangerous. Especially in a city like this, where the criminal mindset runs free. Hell, it's criminal mindsets out there roaming freely right the fuck now. Hell, it's criminal mindsets out there that's going to be the cause of somebody not even making it to fucking Monday morning, even if it's they self. This is in the cards. This is their fate. It's not going to sneak up on them spiritually. It may sneak up on them physically. It may surprise them physically. But it is their fate. It's not an accident. Bad people bring bad shit. Very rarely do bad shit happen to good people, contrary to what you might believe. Bad attracts bad, and not everyone's upset because I said something about the freaking apartments. They're not safe. They're not safe, and neither is your house. If you just want to know the fucking truth, you lucky that you have these ring cameras and these security systems. That's what saves you now. I built this shit. I don't know how to get in it. Okay? And I don't necessarily have to use your door. And the one who knows framing knows the skeleton of your home. The spaces in that sometimes put there purposely, sometimes for bad ways. For bad reasons. I'm telling you. Anyway, I'm not trying to alarm anyone, but if you're being gang stalked, be careful if you live in a fucking apartment. You are in trouble. In fact, you catching hell. You are catching hell. Listen, I guarantee you, on any given day, it is 6 to 8 folks watching you. All of them get paid. All of them lame as hell, with no life, and they getting paid to do nothing but watch and follow you. All day, every day. All day, every day. And as soon as you see the pattern, start recording. They're going to see you doing it. That's going to run them off. That's going to run them off. Oh, okay? They know where you are going based on your pattern. Again, have your cell phone out. There's nothing, it's not fucking against the law to record who's sitting down at the neighborhood restaurant. Go back home and look at the recordings later and save them. I guarantee you over time, you're going to put together a fucking menagerie of the same faces over and over and over. May you relieve them of their breathing if you feel like it at that point. Because if you don't, then they're going to harass someone else. Make someone else jump off a building, OD, shoot themselves. Put them in a psychological institution. They do it all the time. They can put you in a psych ward and you end up hooked on all kind of shit. They do it all the time. All the time. And to be honest with you, the only reason that we are catching this shit now is because of the internet. The only thing, the only reason that is being revealed. But ask yourself again, why do they do it? Why they choose you? Imagine that they willing to crank up a whole division to fuck with little old you, who don't do nothing but get up in the morning, go to work, mind your business, try to have a family, or whatever. It's because they don't do any of that shit. Okay? They don't do any of that shit. All right? Understand. Overstand too. Understand and overstand and even understand, because it's all spiritual. You can't be normal and want to do abnormal shit like they do. But then this America, where the most important thing is what? That dollar bill. No dollar bill and you starve to death. Yeah, no dollar bill and you will die. Point blank in this country. So, I guess we're breaking even then. Because again, when this country goes out of its way to make sure that some number of its population have no viable skill, have no opportunity, well, they are the genesis of it. They help to cause it. Because again, if there's nobody exploitable, meaning don't nobody need no money. If everybody got money, you can't pay nobody shit to do nothing. They're going to laugh at you. Okay? They're going to laugh at you. To do what? For what? And slam the door in your face. Why? Because their bank account look just fine without all that bullshit. But you catch someone who don't have bank accounts, who don't have a place to stay, hungry, or even worse, afraid to deal with suffering, afraid to deal with being homeless, afraid to deal with being hungry, then that person right there will become a part of the exploitable class. And they will be used. And they will see absolutely nothing wrong with it. And even if they did, they will soon justify it. Because they want to eat. They don't want to be in the hot sun. They would rather be in a climate-controlled hotel room. Again, with nothing to sell, no job, no opportunity, and no viable skill. Okay? Are you getting it? Are you getting it? So, stop crying. And stop being scared. Because in most cases, especially after I've laid out the legal argument for anything that you do towards that ass. No one's going to do nothing. Prosecute what? Listen, every crime comes with a defense, as in it is a defense to this charge if these elements are or were present. Okay? What I'm telling you is to lay out the elements. Lay out the elements. This is the reason for the recordings. Okay? This is the reason. Because if you meet element A, or element B, or element C, then that whole goddamn case gets tossed out of court and they just dead for absolutely no reason at all. No reason at all. And their family members are going to be sorely disappointed. You might have to watch them after that, though. But that's what's going to happen. Guaranteed to happen by law. Okay? You don't have to tolerate it. But again, another way of you looking at it, unless it's just overtly threatening people. Listen, I hate to say this here too, but this the good in me. A motherfucker is gonna do it. They're just going to do it. Okay? They're going to do it. But you start to keep in record just in case that they make you feel threatened. Once they get to that level, then you really don't have to tolerate it anymore after that. And if you want to, you can call the police. And when they refuse to give you a fucking report, you make your own report. Write down the date, write write down the time, write down the damn incident, and you write it down the address, and you write down the damn officer that showed up. And then you proceed to call their ass again when they start the same bullshit. Again, what are you doing? You are building a prima facie case, a prima facie defense. In non-legal terms, you are setting a dumb ass up for you to do whatever you want to their ass. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. Now, I'm going to let you go. It's 10 o'clock and it's Friday night. And once again, I don't want to hype anyone up. I don't want no one harmed. No one harmed. But please understand, you don't have to deal with it, and they don't have to do it. Okay? You don't have to deal with it. And no, I mean, look at the climate. Is anyone paying fucking attention here? This is all connected. It's like knocking over one domino and all of them fall. You take one domino out, one card out out of that house of cards, and the whole thing falls. It's that delicate. It's very delicate. Okay? And they know it. And they have no authorization to do any of it. They went to giving themselves authorization. And then they caught lying about who that they were targeting. This was about 6-7 years ago under Obama with his. Let's let him make it. But it happened. I mean, they had the hearings then, and none of them could explain it. Not the FBI, not the FISA court, not the NSA. Oh, we're just going through people's information and we just flag their names, and so then we just start to. But here's the problem: they haven't uncovered one crime, not one terrorist act, not one plot, not one scheme going back 15 years of this shit, not one. And their next argument is, well, that's probably because of our due diligence that we stopped the terror. No. That will be the argument, though. That all the terrorists know that we are so good at what we do that we wouldn't even try. But what did I tell you again? What did I tell you? I got 300 rounds on a Friday night. A man, any fucking day. I mean, this is just an fucking a analogy, folks. Nothing can stop me from going to the store or the circus or the shopping mall and just killing everybody. Just killing everybody. I'm telling you, who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me from the time of me grabbing this weapon and getting to the destination of the crowd? Who's there to stop me? Exactly, nobody. Nobody. They'll only show up after you're all dead. You get it now. There is no buffer standing between you and 300 rounds of high velocity shit. They will come after I am done. And they will either kill me and take out the trash. This is it. Here's my point. You're not safe. You never was. Safety is an illusion. Safety depends on respect for each other and the law. But you're not on auto safe. No one owes you safety. No one really owes you the feeling of you being safe. But there's balance. There is balance. Neither am I saying just go out and start to plot to kill people. No, because they're going to, trust me, they're going to help you. Because they're not going to know what you're doing. They're not going to know. And let me ask you something. Is that a good kill? Just for real, though. Between us both. if you started keeping records and you done brushed up on the law of the Texas Penal Code, and you started to take steps to build a case based on the elements of the law with the intent of in 5-6 months, man, he gonna walk out this door with that bullshit, and he ain't never going back in that house, then sir, this is why I tell you, you have to be careful with what's in your heart too. All this shit has to be careful. This is why I laid it out. Some of these folks are just hungry and ain't got no money. Okay? Period. Do they deserve the same treatment as someone who's doing it from the position of wanting to harm you? That's all I'm saying, man. As with everything, there's always a duality. There's always a if, and there's always a but when you are dealing with human beings. But my idea is simple. You make sure that they know that you've had enough, and then you start a recording, and when you feel threatened, not when you get angry. No, that's not the standard. When you are threatened, then do what you have to do. But angry, that's not good enough. That's simply not good enough. You have to reach the level of threatened. That is assault. That most definitely, by letter of the law, both civilly and criminally, a felony. Okay? So what I've done is I tried to lay out the pathway to you establishing a way out of this so-called gang stalking shit. Another thing is eventually it will run its course. There is an end to the program. It is a program. A step 1, a step 2, a step 3, a step 4. Try this, try that, try this, and then when we spend enough money on this some bitch, they ain't doing nothing, and then they fade. But in between that, the beginning and the end, a lot of folks crash out. They lose their minds. They get locked up because they don't know how to deal with it, fucking emotionally. They hurt people unnecessarily, and these are the victims of it. Shit. I watched a film where a young lady up in California led this car down a dead-end road and U-turned and blocked him in. And at first, she was just having words with him. And I don't know what the dude said. But she went back to her car, and when she retrieved what looked like a 357, and she emptied it. She emptied it and then sat on his car and started crying. What the fuck, man? See how fast shit can happen, man? Anyway, enjoy the rest of your night. And try to stay fucking alive, man. It's Friday night. The temperature's heating up. It's out there. It's out there. Oh, okay? Be safe. I'm Source. I'm 7. I'm 1.